Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is an ongoing day from the 100-day challenge. Today we're going to make this kind of envelope with a little closure. As you can see, I've just tied a little ribbon to have a closure, and we have acetate so it makes the envelope see-through. I've not yet made any ephemera to go within. Maybe if we have time we'll make a couple. So as you can see, I've used old paper, so music paper, book pages. This is a sort of a map of a city. No, yeah, it's probably the subway map. Page from an atlas. Again, a map of the city. It's trains, actually. Trains around Paris, and another book page. So, grab a piece of paper and let's get started. And here we are with the papers that I've chosen. So, a book page coming from an anatomy book, which is from the early 1900s, and an atlas map. If you don't have any of these, you can use scrapbook paper, but not too thick, or any sort of book page. I just happen to have this one handy, so we'll use them. Okay, the first one. What I do, I'm not too bothered about the ripping legacy. I don't know how to call them. I'm just going to start folding. And you'll see that in most of what I do, there is no measuring, or really not much, as little as I can make them. So we want a rather large envelope. So here I am folding. Hopefully corners will match. This is going to be the bottom of our envelope, so I don't really mind. Okay, so first I will make my folding. This will be the bottom of the envelope. This is always the most tricky to get straight. And then again, if it is not perfectly straight, it doesn't really matter. Wonky is welcome as well. There you go. To make things better, I could use a bone folder. There we are. Woo! I've made things worse. Well, the closure of the envelope will be on this side. So again, you eyeball the width that you want. Here we are, more or less. Bone folder. There. So I'm going to unfold the page. And the first thing that I want to do is cut out the place where we will be putting acetate. So here comes my ruler. I'm going to measure how wide this is. It's about 13 centimeters. But what I'm going to do is not really bother. I'm going to go beyond the flap a bit more. And I'm just going to measure. I'm in centimeters, but I could also do it in inches because it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to do, yeah, 3/4 of an inch on this side, and then where am I? Where is my mark? I will never be able to find it again. It is there. Okay, so back here, 3/4 of an inch and 3/4 of an inch. Oh, I know it's not straight, but I'm going to try to make it as straight as I can. This one is straight, and this one not so much. this one. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and to make my life easier I will just take the width of my ruler. So that's one. I hate measuring. Does it show? Yes, it does. Now I've lost again my mark. Oh boy, this is not going as smooth as I thought it would. Where are you, little? Yeah, it's there. Okay, so back to this one from the fold, which is here. And I'm going to make 3/4 of an inch. There we go. Now I'm going to try to make my ruler straight using the fold. Up. Same here. And there we go. Now I'm going to take a knife and just, to the best of my ability, cut my frame out. My paper is ripping. Well, too bad. It doesn't matter. We'll take care of it afterwards. And here comes my dog. You might hear him. Coucou Moussam. Tu descends. Tu descends. Always in need of a cuddle. It's like I spend my days cuddling between the cats and the dogs. See, my paper is quite brittle. Again, not an issue. It will either add to the crunchiness. Where is it? Here. Or just add a little eye-catching side. Ah! Okay. Come on. Well, here we are. Now, which side do I want to use? Actually, I want this to show up. Okay. So, let's fold it again. The other way around. Elements are against me today. There. Here. And the other side. There. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to cut off this part. And this will be scissors, because apparently the knife isn't happy with me today. The snoring you hear is my dog. He's actually not sleeping, he's playing. See how this is not straight? It doesn't matter. We'll get to that afterwards. Here again, I'm going to cut to an angle. More or less towards the middle. And then I'm going to go back up to the fold. Here we are. It'll make things easier afterwards if you want to get a tag in and be able to take it out more easily. Okay, now before I forget, I'm going to ink the inside of my frame. Actually, I'm going to ink everything. And today I think we'll go ahead with walnut stain. For no specific reason other than I like it. Inky, inky. I will have to re-ink this part once I will have tailored the flap as I want it to be. Let's not forget the folds here as well. Then the top. This is not going to make my life easier. I've tried some of the envelopes that I've showed you at the beginning. I've actually doubled the paper, but then I think at the end it's not helping with the flap because then it's too thick. So I've decided to opt for just one page. This part I'm not going to ink because I'm going to cut it off. Could have actually done it by now, but no. Why make your life simpler when you can actually make it more complicated? Actually, I did not think that part. This I actually don't need to ink. Now there is no specific rule on to whether you should ink a lot or not ink a lot. It's completely up to you. Have I forgotten anything? Yes. This fold. And this one I've done. So now let's ink the frame, which is something I tend to forget to do. And then I realize once I've glued my acetate that I haven't inked. Too bad. It works anyway, even if you don't ink. Here we are. Now before I forget, I'm going to take these little flaps off. This one. This one. And I have to know my inking off. There you are. Back again. Now, the first thing to do is to glue an acetate piece. Oops, oh, this one is perfect already. Sorry. Where do I get my acetate from? Well, I usually thrift it. Oops, did I bang my camera? Yes, I did. Let's see, what am I going to glue it for? Normally I would glue it with double tape, I guess. But because I can't reach it here, I'm just going to use arty glue. Barely art glue. Here we are. Remember not to glue the acetate within your fold. How do I know that? Guess. Yes, I've done it before. Here we are. Now, just making sure there's no glue outside. So then let's fold our envelope. We're going to glue it, but before I'm going to miter the end of the bottom. Okay. Let's glue. Now you have to decide obviously which one, if you want to go that way or if you're going that way. For no good reason I'm going to go this way. There we are. No, you're not going to do this, Sophie. No, you're not. No, you're not. You want to glue everything together. So I'm just going to make sure there's glue on this side. And then glue on this side. Let me think, and glue on this side as well as on this side, and we should be good. Actually, that was useless, Sophie. This one is useless. Useless. Okay, let's go. Let's glue everything all together. And here we are. So I'm just going to cut my corner out. Take the bit I've just cut and use it on the other side, if it will allow me to. There. There we go. Not sure why this is not happy. Okay. Here we are. We do have a crunchy frame, but I don't care. So, now, let's think of a closure. I'm going to go for an eyelid and to strengthen the page. Now, I'm going to use this one. It seems already inked with vintage photos, so I'm going to add a bit of walnut stain. And as you can see, the hole is not in the middle. I'm never able to put them in the middle. Maybe I should measure, but I don't want to. So they are as they are. eyeball the middle. This one, I want the big one. Why is this not letting me put my paper through? Let's see. I think it's about there. And my crocodile is not happy at the moment. I need to change a cube. So I've ordered them. I should actually arrive them today. See, my cube is falling. It will have to do for the moment. There we go. And what? I did forget to put a ribbon. So not to worry. I will just put twine. Why is this fallen off? This comes from a masterboard that I did punch. Here you are. And I'm going to cheat by just, if I stop shaking, I'm not swearing, but believe you me, in my mind I am. Today is a bad day, I can't talk, and my hands are not exactly doing what I would want them to. But hey, it's just a bad day. It'll go, it'll pass. Here we are. So we have some sort of closure. Now for the other ones, I did add some, what did I add? Beads. I added beads. I'll see if I want to add any beads later on. So that's one done. We'll decorate it afterwards. And here we have an atlas map. For this one I'm going to say the white edges because the page is huge. I've just started crafting and my desk is already a mess. I probably prefer if I'm a tad out of frame sometimes. It's the beginning, I'm sure it'll get better time. So let's get all this out. Okay, so let's fold again. I want my envelope, let's say, yeah, big. So I'm just making sure that this side is straight, and then I'll just trim the other side as need be. There. Now, which one? Which side? Oh, I want the flap to be there. So this will be the closure, because I like this part. side, the little bottom part. So I could already do that. So once again, taking my ruler, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ink this part so I can see where I'm putting my ruler. That would be easy for me. Would serve no other purpose. So I'll put my ruler next to the border. This is the bottom part. Huh? Okay, this time it's in centimeters, but it doesn't really matter. You just get the same distance from one side to the other. 2.7. I'm just going to move my ruler. Can't remember what I did. I did 2. Here's the second one. I'm just going to draw a line. Same on the bottom, on the top. Let's see where my closure is. Oh, I can make it around here. That would be okay. So it's going to be 2 here and 2 here. And then from one point to the other. And then the final one. So sorry about that. My mic died on me, so I had to wait until it was charged again. So here we are back. I haven't done anything. So I'm going to continue and trace my lines. Well, this one is quite easy as it is straight on the line, but you know, there we go. And then again, okay, let's make sure it'll be straightish, sort of. And here, this one, here, and where's my other mark? Did I just stop it? No, I didn't, presumably here. Well, I've decided it's here, so there we go. Now, my knife. Let's hope I do a better job this time than with the other one. Okay. One. 2. 3. Okay. And 3. And 4. Can't even count today. Good. we go. These I would never throw away. I would use them in masterboards. Cute. So now let's cut the unnecessary bits and pieces. So that's one. That's two. Oh, come on. And then this one. Which I forgot to cut an angle. But it's never too late. There we go. So, one thing I noted with the first one we did is I forgot to put a background image, and I'll show you how I do that, because you can't put it now because obviously this needs to be glued. Sure, there's a more clever way to do it, but this is how we do it. Now let's ink before I forget. There's a bit more mess on my desk than there was, and the reason for that is that while I was waiting for my mic to charge, I took the opportunity to look for some ephemera to decorate both envelopes once they will be done. I know I will have to re-ink some of this part, but that's okay. At least they will be done. You can obviously stamp on these. Well, this one maybe not, I don't know. A bit too many colors, but the first one definitely. I forget that I have stamps, and I do have quite a lot of them. So I definitely need to use them more. I say this every time and then I don't. Actually, I did on the prototypes I made. Who have I forgotten? I've forgotten about you. I have forgotten about you. Back as well. This fold. At the back as well. Then the bottom one. And then the frame. Oh. And the last one. There we go. Now, just checking. Just checking. So, am I happy like this? Yes, I'm happy like this. So, let's start to glue. But I don't need. Then this one. And that should be it, really. there we go. Now, just trimming the corners. You could use a corner rounder or any other shape you might want. Yeah. You know what I forgot? I know what I forgot. I forgot to place the acetate. My God, no grain, Sophie, no grain. But that's not going to be too much of an issue. Whoop. Hopefully, I'm going to use my less loved double tape, which has been in my drawer for far too long, as you can see by its date. It doesn't matter, it will do the job if I can find. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay. Don't like it too much because this one doesn't tear. You have to cut it every time. But I have it, so I need to use it. I used to use a lot of double-sided tape, but I found, at least that the one I was using, did not hold enough. And that, for example, if I used it to glue pockets, eventually, when the journal was filled, the pocket would pop out. So I'm not doing that anymore. Here we are. And here comes the real challenge, removing the paper. Why can't this be easy? Why? As I can see, my hands are not steady. And that annoys me so much. Now this one. And last but not least, you struggle as well with double-sided tapes. Whoop. Okay, let's try not to make a mess. No, I said let's try not to make a mess. Okay, we made a mess. At least I made a mess. Okay, is it a fixable mess? Every mess should be fixable. Let me see, let me think. You see? Okay, well, this is a live accident. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to throw this away because I'll find a way to hide this. Not going to be easy, but I'll manage. So let's not worry about that right now. Closure. For this one, I'm going to have to make use of my glue gun. Entirely it's up, I'm going to find some ephemera that we could use inside the envelope. This will obviously not hide my mess. I'll do that from the outside. Excellent. I'm going to distress it, even though I'm not sure my distressing will show up. But it makes me feel better, so why not? This comes from an encyclopedia, a very old one, that I thrifted quite a long time ago. I think it was one of the first things I thrifted. Glue. And again, because I'm using glue, it'll be easy for me to slide it inside. Well, I say that, and then again, you know, who knows what might happen. Okay. Sliding time. Come on, slide. Yeah. Too much sliding. There we go. We have a nice background. And we can do the same for the first one I made. Oh, that one is actually different in size. Let's try this one and see how that goes. Mietje, come on. And I didn't ink it. Well, that shows that you can or cannot ink it up. It's up to you, and you don't have to do the same every time. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Will I enjoy the result? Yes, I will. Come on, slide. Sliding is done. There we are. Just going to remove the glue from where it doesn't need to be before it dries out. Actually do, well, this one there's no need. And I see that here is a little boo-boo, so I'm going to get what I use as booba tape, as would Margaret from Seven Plaza call it. I do have the Tim Holtz one, but you know what? This one is fine and much cheaper in the long run. There we go. Just going to cut it here. I'll have a piece here and a piece there, and I will just trim what I don't want. Same on the other side, apparently. No, I'm going to do something different on the other side. I will still use this, but in a different way. Like this. And because it seems to have decided to annoy me, I will take a piece of fabric tape Don't ask me where I got this. It was in a sort of discount shop. Gets huge batches of companies closing down, etc. And you can find it there, and I bought it such a long time ago that I don't even know the brand. There. Boo Boo Sorted. There we go. So my glue gun should be ready by now. And I have decided to do something different. It's really annoying, this thing, but I'll cover it up. What was I going to do? Glue gun. Because I want to put a big button on here. Actually, it's this side. Okay. So, more or less in the middle. You don't need such a huge amount. What I don't like when gluing buttons is this, when it goes through the hole. So I just remove it, first with fingers and then with my knife, while it's still sort of not dry. Come on. You go back inside. And here we go. The last tiny bit. There. Okay, so, well, we're going to start with this one because that really annoys me. So what am I going to use? Let me think. Let's see. I took out some of Mr. King Holds dolls, and I hope I have some. See? Boo Boo Sorted. So nothing to worry about. Glue, you can always fix paper. What I'm going to do is just put a tad of glue here. Ink. You know, when things are against you, they're against you. This is a day when they are against me. I can't talk, I'm so sorry. Been looking for my words all day, even in French, so don't even have that excuse. Here. There we go. But I don't want you to glue underneath. In the meantime, we're going to ink this lady, this gentleman. So they will be somewhere there, or somewhere there. And I need something to put the feet. So I did get more of Mr. Hall's bits and pieces. Sorry. And I'll just find. Oh, this one is to my liking. And I will find one to go under their heads. I could take everything out, but I'm not going to. Top one is okay, but the bottom one is not to my liking. That's better. Okay. Bit of ink. Let me put them again. Can I roll it? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So that's what I'm going to do. That's one. This one. And this one I said. I would put here. Let's glue. And now the two little people. So for this one I've chosen ephemera ready-made, but for the next one I'll use ephemera that I made. Well, that I made from existing things. Let's put it that way. See, no more boo-boo. All done, all sorted. Okay, now we need something on the other side. Let me just turn on my glue gun. Stay with me. So, should we look for smaller pieces? We can use color. What do you think? I think I quite like these two together. So let's close the little box and get rid of it. The more space we have, the better. Just put that back. 1, 2. This one as well. And let's glue these two. it a thread or glue? It's glue. This one, the glue dries clear, so there's a bit coming out. It's okay. It's okay. Imperfections are what makes perfection, I think, in the crafty art. So I think art is a big word, but still, we do create. Yeah. So we need some thread. I'm going to use this one because I have it, basically. Not one that I would buy again, just because of the gold that I believe is unnecessary. But I bought it for, I think it was not this Christmas, but the one before. There we go. And I did find a couple of beads which I thought I could use. I am going to use a needle feather, I believe. But you could put anything like a paper dangle, something. Okay, this is going to annoy me. Is that going to work? Presumably not. What about just the big one? Come on. Come out. Oh, come on. Same on the outside. Bear with me just a second. Okay, beads 1, Sophie 0. So I decided just to put one wooden bead. And there we go. Yeah, so this one is done. You could decorate the back if you wanted to. I would tend to glue this in a journal, so I'm not going to. So, our second one. Now, I said I was going to put my own sort of little people that I made from postcards. They were damaged. So we could have him, we could have them, or we could have her. And these ones are too big, I think. So that's a no. I would need to fussy cut her. She's actually from a picture. No. So this one looks quite good actually. This one. Oh, I like him. I like him. He won the audition. Let's ink it a bit, not too much. Okay. I don't want to put anything under him, I think. He stands out enough on his own. Look at how small the card was written. Here. So. Here you are. What else could we put there? No, that's too big. No. I did take out some bits and pieces. Too big. Oops. This one I liked. That's too big. This one was okay, actually. This one, if it was inked, let me see. Let's crunch it up. We don't want any of that white. Let me see if we can make it a bit older. I know it's a crossword puzzle and it's recent, but this is all about playing, and I'm now playing with it. Bit of ink. That's actually okay, I think. Maybe we can put something on it. Let me see what I have. And probably not much. Oh, yeah. Because I want something small. And I will only get big things, I'm sure. Ooh. Look at it. Cute little sticker. I have so many of these. Whoop. Here we go. I don't think we need more. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Now let me see if I can manage to put some beads after all today. Got some blue ones. I think there was a third. And it's here. Let's see if I'm more lucky with this thread. Oh, my hands are filthy with glue and ink. One. Let me. Yes. 2 and 3. Oh, you could have them anywhere, whether it's on top Or at the bottom you just need to tie a knot somewhere. Actually a double, at least a double. Let me see. Ooh, yes. Maybe even 3. Let's try it again. When I tell you it's not my day. There we are. There we go. Let's see. Good. Well, as this day has not been the greatest, you see if this is wonky, does it matter? No, it doesn't. It's an envelope, it closes, and it's gorgeous. So let's look at both of them. And what I will do in my next video is we'll make tags, and we'll find some ones to fit into these 2 envelopes. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and well, probably we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, bye bye.